Welcome back to Naruto D&D. As always, I am your host, Connor. With us, we have... I put fucking Silas under where Lane should be. Erica as Lane.
Hello.
Zach as Hajime.
Hello.
Nick as the cameraless Kozukai.
Soon to be dead.
And Mike as Shiro.
What's up, kids?
And we should also have Travis and Silas joining us later, but he's running late and we gonna get going.
Your best impression. Best Silas impression.
Oh, I'm Travis. Look at my shoulders. Oh, I go to the gym.
I think that was actually pretty good. All right, so basically we're just going to skip through this part. Everyone has about a week before the next mission's going to happen. What do you want to do? I've already gone over this stuff with Shiro. Kozukai, he's out of the village. So Hajime, what do you want to do? Lane, your first initiative. Lane, what are you doing in this week?
Various training for things, and then I need to go buy more kunai and stuff.
All right, training. I already went over that with you, didn't I?
Yep.
Okay. So go to the shop.
Okay. To the shop.
Fucking remember the thing I always forget to open here, the fucking Rio sheet. Oh, hey, look, remote call procedure failed. Wow, Windows 10, so innovative.
They rewrote that, you know.
I still haven't updated from Windows 10 recently, so...
I haven't updated from Windows 7.
Well, you are debatably the smarter of the two. All right, what's it that you're buying, Lane?
20 kunai.
20?
Yes. And 2 Fuma Shuriken.
20 kunai, 2 Fuma Shuriken. Alright, the Fuma Shuriken will cost you 300 Rio a pop for 600 in total.
Okay.
The kunai will cost you 400 per 5, making the total 1600s for a grand total of 2200.
Okay.
Alright, any other shopping you're doing?
Nope.
Alright, your training's been gone through, blah, blah, blah. Hajime!
Getting a med.
What was that?
I'm gonna get a med kit.
Alright. Fucking pull up the OG book, the only thing I didn't have already pre-opened. Oh man, there's a little bit of a teaser for the audience right there. Don't worry, that name isn't actually that name. That's just the token I'm using for him.
They don't believe you. And neither do we.
Yeah, you probably won't believe me. You're going to look at it, you're going to go, what? I want to be like, nah, it's not him. It's not him. Alright. For a medical kit, that will cost you 5,000 Rio.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
How much does it weigh?
It weighs 5 pounds.
Alright. That's all I'm doing.
Alright. And joining us is Travis as Silas.
Hey.
5 means 7:45.
Alright, so Shiro, you're at your house. It's nighttime. You do you.
Right. So, is this before or after? Like,
So that you have the thing you were trying to acquire. So you've got pretty much... You haven't had your encounter. That's going to happen here momentarily. Now is, the peaceful resistance.
Alright, so me and Fubuki are just looking at the house. We've packed our things. Now light a match and throw it. And the house bursts into flames.
Your
And then I start
house?
walking away. And then we start walking away.
Yeah, his house.
Can I run over and be a fireman?
Unfortunately, you are not in the immediate area.
Alright, so we actually start running. Like, towards the back of the gate.
That's a shitty fire. Don't worry.
So we start...
Alright, so you start running to the gate.
Well, not the gate, I guess the wall.
To the wall.
To the window.
All right. Start climbing over, I assume.
Yeah.
All right, you're climbing over. You hop on down,
Is it him?
right? You hop on down?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't hear that. And then you see someone standing ahead of you.
All right. Look up. Who is it? Magic Man.
You recognize Ken.
Oh.
Which point, he just kind of looks at you and he smiles and he goes, "Hey, Shiro, what do you think you're doing?"
You coming with? Otherwise, get out of the way.
He looks at you and he says, "Where to? Are you chasing them?"
I'm going after him.
And do you know where you're going at all? It's been 2 weeks from what I understand, and I doubt that they're in that same spot.
It's a place to start anyway. You telling me this because you got a lead?
He looks at you and he says, "No, I'm not going with you, Shiro. I'm here to stop you from doing something stupid."
I already told you this once, Ken. I draw my swords.
He says, "Calm down now. I'm not here to stop you, but I won't just watch you die. I'm going to inform the Hokage, but I'll give you some time to get a head start. And I also have some things for you." And he pulls out something from behind his back, and you see a sheathed sword and like a note, and he hands them to you. And you look at him, and you realize that one of those things is a map.
Huh.
It says the paper. There's a map of where we believe Kozukai and that man Hidan is. We also know that there's a third party completely unknown with them, but he's Hidan's partner, so we know he's tough. That sword is... Did I ever tell you about when I confronted my other self?
No, you didn't. I haven't seen you in years.
You've seen him before. You've seen him recently. Well, actually, you haven't, have you? He's only seen Lane since the time skip.
Seen you in 3 years.
Is that right? Wow.
No, last session he fought Shiro in his apartment to get him to snap out of it.
Yeah, you did. Okay, yeah, you did.
I saw him
Okay,
then,
I thought
but,
so.
like, he hadn't told me about the story.
Okay. He didn't have any time to sit down and talk. Okay. Sorry about that. He says, "Well, I snuck into the prison where he was being held to meet him. I wanted some answers, you see. And I found some things out that day, including my one birthright. That sword. It said that it can cut through the souls of evil beings. It might just give you, quite literally, the edge that you need. I don't lose it or I'll kill you myself. We'll get going."
Yeah, as if you didn't kill me. Give him a pat on the back.
So he just kind of smiles and he says, "Be careful. I've grown more than you might think in these last 3 years as well."
I guess we'll have to see when I come back.
Maybe sooner than that, even.
Alright.
If
Dash
he
off.
comes back.
All right, Shiro dashes off. It's all the middle of the night, and you are all woken up by your phones.
My phone's on silent and turned off.
It's not a cell phone.
I unplugged it.
You really want to do that? Just means someone's gonna have to come out and find you. So
Easy.
doesn't really matter. It's just saving time at this point.
Okay, anyway.
Oh, so that sword, it has the soul flaying modifier, Shiro.
It's just a regular short sword, or
It's a katana.
okay.
Ring. I'll have her up, please.
Yeah, you're all called to the Hokage's office,
Okay, be right there.
yes.
Thank you.
and it's the greater version, Shiro, the level 12 version.
Okay, sweet.
That's why I said things would even out.
Alright.
It has its own benefits if you use that. It's yeah. All right. So y'all report to the Hokage's office, right? No one's gonna be fucking a Hajime about it.
I'm headed to the fucking Okage's, man.
All right, and you go into the room in the middle of the night, and you see a number of people are standing in this room. You see Naruto, the Hokage, his chief advisor, Shikamaru, the head of the Anbu, Koyote, Regeko the Drunkard, and Ken. At which point Naruto speaks up and he goes, "Thank you all for coming. I'm afraid that we have some grim news. We believe that Shiro was following Kozakai, hell-bent on revenge. Ken here caught him leaving the village." Ken steps forward. So there's a little bit of a dialogue here, so sorry about this. Ken steps forward and goes, "Hey guys, full disclosure, I was put on a mission by Coyote here to watch Shiro after Coyote got a mysterious and ominous visit in the middle of the week. Sorry, I lost my place. I hoped I could get him to keep calm, and that didn't work when I tried to fight him on his rooftop. And after that, this whole situation was kind of expected. I hoped he wouldn't, but I anticipated his actions, and I encountered him leaving the village. And, well, I put him on the right path of where to go. Because that's what we're going to do. We're going to follow him."
That way.
Shikamaru steps forward at that point, and he goes, "Hidan and Kozakai and a third party. We know that that's everyone who's there. We know what Kozakai is capable of, and we're leaving him to your team. Hidan, I don't know whether or not any of you know him. All of you roll a knowledge ninja lore check if you haven't." Yes, Lane?
Wouldn't it make sense that I would know him, considering he was a member of the Akatsuki?
Well, he still might not know the details about him.
Fair enough.
Oh shit, I have it.
Yeah, you should all have this one. I have to self-counter. I'm just turning up general audio at this moment. Oh, never mind. No, I'm not. It's already maxed. Okay, so yeah, you all know enough. So you're all familiar that he was one of the Immortal Akatsuki who attacked some members of the village and was, as far as everyone was aware, deceased at this point. He says, "Hidan is one of the famous Immortal Akatsuki. I thought that I had taken him down personally and permanently, but somehow he survived all this time. And he's back. And, well, we can just assume that he's probably bent on revenge, just like Shiro, but towards me. I buried him last time, and it's time I do it again, for good. So I'll be joining you on this mission as team leader."
Fuck you, Silas.
Which point, Coyote steps forward and he goes, "As to why Regeko and I are here, we have no idea what his friend is capable of, but we know that Hidan trusts him enough to be his partner. If this mystery man is capable of anything remotely similar to his former partner, a man named Kakuzu, we need to be ready. Or if he's capable of the same things as Hidan, then even more so. So, Regeko here will be joining you. Despite your interactions with him, as I've heard, he is one of the smartest people in this village, able to identify techniques immediately and reverse engineer them. He's the most likely to be able to counter this new opponent as his new abilities arise. He can even duplicate, to give you an extent of his ability, he's even able to duplicate Naruto's Rasen Shuriken, his most powerful attack. At which point Naruto kind of cuts him off. He goes, and without requiring Sage Chakra. That's something even I can do perfectly. At which point, he said, Kote takes over again. He goes, and there's no one more capable of fighting a new foe than him. As for me, I'm not going with you, but I've had Kozakai watched by the Anbu for quite a while. I know what he's capable of, and I would like to help, but as I said, I'm required. I must stay here. So instead, here's a gift for you all. And he pulls out a bag and he sets it on the table. And it falls open, and you all see a number of Leaf Ninja headbands. And he says, every single one of these headbands comes with a special gift that's intended to counter Genjutsu. A little bit of a personal jutsu cast on it. So you all receive a new headband Which you can wear both, honestly, if you want, but that'd be just incredibly inefficient.
I'm gonna wear both.
Okay.
So it's like,
But it comes with the Mind Ward Epic.
Oh,
So it's on page 1070. Yeah, like I said, not going to be easy if you go against the village.
I feel like there's so much thought involved.
oh, snap.
So
Oh,
pretty much so what this means is any will saves against a compulsion, enchantment, or and mind affecting technique in any way, so primarily genjutsu, you get a +4 to those will saves.
wow, sucks to suck, goes guy.
They have a number. You both have your strengths and weaknesses on this.
I mean, there's probably no water, so goes guy wins. So.
Yeah, it's
I-
not like any of my Genjutsus were gonna land anyway, so.
You really don't have much luck with them.
maybe today's the day.
Not now.
So at this point, Naruto then stands up and he goes, "All right, everybody, now this is an S-rank mission led by Shikamaru. I was in a similar Shikamaru takes over again. He goes, I was in a similar situation when I was younger where Hidan himself killed my master, killed my sensei. Me and my team were going to leave the village to get revenge when the 5th Hokage stopped us and gave us the appropriate backup. Our mission now is to give Kozukai one last chance to return to the village. We'll catch up to Shiro and then find and confront Kozukai and the 2 men who he's with. If he doesn't have a change of heart, he is considered a rogue shinobi, and it's our responsibility to end his life then and there. But assuming that he has achieved the same immortality as Hidan, as well as possible the 3rd partner, we have to be very careful and very cautious every step forward. If he is immortal, we need to tie him up and immobilize him, and if need be, seal him. I have a special sealing technique that I have now that I'll be able to use. However, it uses quite a bit of chakra, and I expect I won't be able to do anything more than use it on Hidan. Rogeko here is also able to use the same technique. But regardless, we're trying to save the seal for the 2 more powerful of them. So do your best to immobilize Kozukai. Find out whether or not he'll have that change of heart one last time if need be, and find a way to end him if he doesn't. And Ken here will be coming along with us as well to cover us where we need. I know that you all have had some familiarity in the past, and he's made some great strides since. Now then, does anyone have any questions? All right.
Questions.
Now, let's move out, team.
We just want to kill.
So now you take off. What's up?
Flash forward to when we kill him.
You now see Hidan at your boots.
GG.
I'm not talking about
No.
Hidan. I'm talking about Kozukai. He's dead. He's a dead motherfucker. I'll go rogue.
Rip.
Or then we'll hunt you down.
That's fine. Good luck.
Like that,
So now y'all take off. Oh, sorry, Shiro.
no, I was gonna say Silas is gonna use the evaporation technique. No water.
So you all take off following Shiro. Hours and hours go by until you finally arrive at a cliffside descending straight down.
Well, that was quick.
Regeko, as you want me to go in the faff between?
No.
You guys want to roll a fucking kumbaya check? Fuck you.
Flash. Roll 1 plus. What would make sense? Speak
Kumbaya
language.
check.
Charisma.
A charisma check?
Charisma or perform, whichever is higher for you. Probably perform.
Perform. Actually, it's the same. So. There you go.
I don't
No.
know what you're talking-
Man, fucking what wholesome team value. So you look down. Regeko at that point looks down the cliff, and y'all kind of peek over as well. You see Shiro climbing down at the base. Regeko extends his hand backwards, and he says, "All of you, grab my hand."
Can I just walk down the cliff?
All of you, grab his hand.
You're not the team leader now, Silos.
Rip. He was waiting for this.
I grab his fucking hand. I'm not wasting your time.
Thank you. All right, and as soon as y'all do, you teleport to the bottom
Okay,
of the cliff.
good, because I thought we were going to like join hands, and I was like, we got an arm short here.
Fuck you.
GG, here they go. Rip.
And Shiro's having a hard time climbing down that cliff.
So, Shiro, you've just you were at the base of the cliff. You're brushing yourself off. You're getting ready to move forward, and all of a sudden, everyone appears right in front of you. At which point, Regeko smiles confidently, and he says, "Hello, Shiro. This is an intervention."
Hello, drunk man. Please step aside.
And he just kind of smiles again. And he says, "No."
Well, Shiro, I got your back.
Well, are we going to the same place or what?
So at this point, Shikamaru takes over, and he goes, "So what exactly were you planning on doing?"
I'll make that decision when I see Kozuki.
No, I mean, what were you going after them, trying to take all three of them on your own?
I've got a plan.
I never knew that samurai were so suicidal.
Hey, I've got a plan.
So you can have all the plan you want. When the moment comes, you're still in over your head.
What do you have in mind?
We all go with you.
It's like
Yeah,
we're a
let's go.
team.
But I do things my way
Out.
when I see Kozuki.
Or more than
So he looks and he says, "And what exactly do you mean by that?"
That means I'll decide whether I'm going to save him or if I'm going to kill him.
Roll a diplomacy check. I love that. Look at her face like, what the?
Thought it was 0.
Okay, so he kind of looks at you and goes, "Fine. However, you will not jeopardize this team for the sake of your vendetta. Remember."
I mean, no one else any harm.
Just because you don't mean harm doesn't mean it won't happen. You gotta be careful here.
All right, let's go. There's no time to
All right.
waste.
Yeah. You'll start taking off again. Until you eventually arrive at a new map.
First time ever.
While we're walking, Shiro, I can't believe you didn't ask me to come with you. Thought we were friends.
It's just something I had to do on my own, Silas.
You're never alone, man.
I shed a tear.
It's never too
Everybody
late.
put your hand. Everybody put your hands in. See the sign on our
Team.
hand? See the sign on our hand? It's friendship.
I love you. I love you.
I actually forgot that Shiro and Hajime's hand that had that on there both got cut off. So
Fuck off.
Rip. GG.
Hey, can you hit
So-
save so my stats save? I keep having since I leveled up. I keep having.
Yeah,
Oh,
right now
no.
you're all gonna have to re-input your stats.
Yeah, I forgot.
That's the first thing I was gonna say. Cause guy, don't you worry about that quite yet.
Can he see his shit?
What was that?
No, he can't see his character right now. So you all arrive at a building at the end of in the middle of a forest. There are trees around. Don't worry about the lack of actually being trees there. And you come across a completely cube-like structure. Straight up box, nothing identifying to
Well,
it.
this is a rectangle.
Just a straight up cube.
So,
A rectangle is a square.
I mean,
but it's not a cube.
I'm talking from first person.
is it like just a giant black object, or is there actually a door there?
There is that little red thing right there that is a door. But looking at it first, you can't see any windows or anything at all.
We'll walk up.
At
and
which
touch
point,
Knock, knock, knock.
no. Come back real
What do
quick.
you mean no?
Because it's not your turn yet.
it. Oh, he's got a point.
At which point, Regeko speaks up. He goes, Shikamaru, shall I scout it out? Shikamaru nods in consent, and Regeko teleports away. About a full minute passes before he teleports back. At which point, Shikamaru kind of goes, well, that's a little bit longer than expected, Regeko. Something up. He goes, no. No, it's nothing. The building's completely blank all around. No windows, just the front door. It's possible there's an underground route, but I'm sensing 3 distinct chakra signatures all at ground level. One of them is Kozukai. One's most likely the third party. And the last and most sinister must be Hidan. What's the plan, Shikamaru? At which point, Shikamaru, you see, he kind of closes his eyes, thinks for a moment. Got a little more dialogue here. Because unfortunately, the odds are against us here. Hidan is unspeakably strong, and with Jashin, he's even stronger. The unknown part is the mystery man, which we have almost no information, and the only one who we have thorough knowledge of, we have to try and take him alive at first. This building is small for a battlefield, and it might even be a trap, and to top it all off, as far as we know, all 3 of them could be immortal at this point. Now then, we know one thing for certain. At least 2 of them have a habit for talking. That can be our advantage. So our plan for the moment will be fairly direct. We're going to walk in, Regeko leading, I next to him, the rest of you behind us. I will try to pull Hidan off alone. Regeko will try and pull the third party off alone and keep both of their focuses, while the rest of you start to focus on Kozukai. Ken, you'll provide backup to me first off, and jumping from person to person, to group, as necessity deems. And the biggest variable is Kozukai. If he's willing to come alive, still treat him with hesitation. We don't know if we can trust him. And tie him up. If he declines, then you're to fight him. With these headbands, his genjutsu will be weakened, so your main weakness will just be the necessity to dodge. Lane, you're an expert in being able to immobilize through your iron wire tactics. I expect that you will probably have the easiest time at tying him up from a range. Now then, if he's to run away, don't worry about tracking him right now. Just leave that. We'll worry about that at a later time. Our main priority, if he runs away, needs to be the other 2. Now then, he also has one little bit of information. Last time when I fought him, he had a devastating ability, and he called his God's punishment technique. From what we understand from his encounter with Shiro, he doesn't even need blood to do this anymore. But should you see him standing in a circle, or a triangle surrounded by a circle, you need to get him out of that immediately. If he has your blood ingested, or some black entity comes out and goes through you and comes back to him to where his skin changes to black, you need to immediately immobilize him. Because anything he wounds himself, anything that anyone does to him at that point, will also hurt you. Alright. Is everyone ready?
Well, let's do this.
Alright. Now, for the first 3 rounds, all of you, because Shikamaru has a thing called Plan X, you all have a +3 bonus to all of your checks for the first round.
Yeah, boy.
First 3 rounds. That doesn't apply to defense, but it does apply to hit checks.
Cool.
Then at round 4, it's +2, round 5, +1, round 6, and after, nothing
Does
else.
it apply to me?
No.
You're the fucking enemy!
So
Can I
random.
come back now, guys? I want the bonus!
Alright, who wants to be behind Regeki and
I do.
Shikamaru?
Me.
Jame?
Yeah, bitch.
Silas? Shiro, I assume you do?
Sure.
And it's still black. Can't see shit.
You want to be Lane, or do you want to be farther back?
I'll take rear.
Yeah.
Alright.
I bet you would.
We'll put Bookie right there. Actually, you know what? You have Bookie right there. We'll move Ken right here. Oh, I'm going to fucking swap these 2.
It's so dark.
I'm
in
about to
here.
reveal this.
Did you see my message, Shiro?
Yeah.
It's so
So-
dark in here.
Alright.
Oh,
First thing you need to notice, that right there is a Kakuzu token. That's not Kakuzu.
Bullshit.
Better
GM
have to not be. Or else I'm out of here.
Because it was Hidan's former partner, I felt like it was appropriate to use him for the token, as well as they both have the same skin tone.
Right.
So now you all enter a room that you can see is very dimly lit. but still good enough to see everything quite clearly. And you can see that the room is pretty much in its entirety empty, except for the 3 people who are in the distance.
There's fucking
You recognize
deep dogs.
Kozuke? You see a man with slicked back gray hair with a 3-bladed scythe, which you all know familiar enough that he's Hidan, and then an unknown mysterious man named, well, obviously you can all see that his name is Futen, but you don't know that Medigam wise. But he is in a complete black robe with a mask, pretty much just a mask actually covering his face, kind of like that, and his headband covering his forehead. And at which point, as soon as y'all enter, Hidan speaks up. He goes, "There he is." Oh, it's been a while, hasn't it? Shikamaru. At which point Shikamaru speaks up and he goes, "Hello, Hidan. Mind answering a question of mine? How is it that you're still alive?" At which point Hidan speaks up. Only a little bit more dialogue, folks.
Yeah,
Hidan speaks up and he goes, "Oh, that's a wonderful tale, isn't it, Futen? Do you want to tell them or should I?" At which point Shikamaru starts walking over here to the left. At which point Hidan, mimicking him every step of the way. And at which point Futen speaks up. And he has a very low, deep voice, similar to Kakazu, but not as deep. And he goes, sorry. He starts walking over to the side as well, at which point Regekko begins to mimic him. I'm just going to move them to their final positions as this dialogue is happening. At which point, isn't that a wonderful tale? Joshin alerted me to a situation. Hidan had been defeated, torn apart, and buried. And he was in the one state that could truly kill him. So, using my own earth ninjutsu, I collected the pieces of his body, and I used the seal of my own creation to put him into a sort of stasis. I threw his body into a tube as well, an experiment tube of liquids. That way his body could slowly and naturally heal up. After years and years... Yes, Lane?
GG.
Oh, okay. I saw you typing, so I was just curious if you were trying to say something.
No.
Okay. After years and years of his body slowly recovering, I was finally able to attach the final piece. His head, which I'd been going back to give sustenance as necessary. What a wonderful day it was when he could finally speak again without all that dirt in his mouth. At which point Hidan just blurts out, "And a nightmare it was. Even in that stasis, I was still a head in the dirt, thinking endlessly. And you were what I saw, Shikamaru. But it's okay. I forgive you. Because I'm going to kill you all, slowly and intimately. I'm going to murder everyone in your village. Your son. Your wife. I'm going to make them watch as I rip you apart. And I'm going to know them. I'm going to make them beg for death. Now then, Futen, remove the genjutsu." At which point, you all see the room around you kind of changes.
Rip.
And all of them are now standing inside of a triangle surrounded by a circle.
Kozukai, you're a dick. Oh, I said that.
I need to fucking remove somebody that's pissing me off. There we go.
Hey,
What I do to
Kozukai,
you? What?
you gonna come back to the village with us?
That depends.
On.
It just depends.
So I'm just evening this out a little bit.
I mean, I guess we could go to Walmart and get you some, but
So Ken speaks up at this point if no one else is going to. And he goes, Kozuki, you're not really going to betray this village in its entirety, are you? What about all the good times we shared?
In bed.
I don't plan on betraying nobody. So,
Then what are you doing here? You seem like quite the rogue to me.
well, it looked like I might be, but you know, I have to learn a couple to keep myself alive.
Static.
Man.
For real? Can you hear me? Hello?
Right now, it's fine.
All right. So I have to learn a few tricks to keep myself alive.
And King goes, and so you thought that these two would help you through that?
Yeah.
Come on. You don't really expect us to believe that you're not going to betray the village with this. Come on. Don't you have anything to say, Shiro, Silas?
Stay out of this.
Why are you doing this? I thought we were all friends.
We are still friends. I don't plan on killing any of you.
Except Mike or Shiro.
Yeah,
We
Mike.
heard what happened to Shiro.
Well, Shiro was a necessary victim.
Shiro's our family. You were too at one point.
Ken's going to chime in with a line. That's not the way of the Leaf Village.
We were brothers, Anakin.
We were brothers. Shiro, you need to do the line. We were brothers, Kozukai. I loved you.
You're supposed to destroy the Hidan, not join him.
It's over, Kozukai. We have the high ground.
You say as we're on level.
But I
ground.
loved her.
I use my ice pillars. GM bullshit. I'm GMing shit. Ice pillars. We all raise up. There we go. We have the high ground. They'll go back down after he says that.
Rip.
Yeah, sure. All right.
Better take away that chocolate though.
Shut up.
So, I guess at this point, Hidan says, so, shall we start with the fun?
Mortal Kombat.
Let's do this.
All right, Lane, you're first up.
Okay. Jump check.
Where are you trying to jump?
Just over the line of people.
So, like, just jump forward past them, or just jump high?
Forward past them.
How far?
Not very
I'll
far.
say half your movement speed. You can land right in front of Hajime with that roll.
Dang.
Wasn't a great roll.
I know. Okay, I'm going to throw 2 kunai with 5 feet of iron wire in between them at Kozukai to try to, like, drag him against the wall.
It's like one on each side kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's make the hit check to see if Kozukai can dodge it. What's your defense, Kozukai?
My defense is 21.
Ooh.
That is a miss. He's able to very narrowly kind of like duck under it as it's going through.
Okie dokie.
All right, so that is Lane's turn. Now it's Futen's turn. At which point you see Futen kind of enters a stance where he kind of extends both palms openly. And, so I've got a fucking little smidge more dialogue. At which point Regekko points out, he goes, wait, that stance, that's the sacred fist stance. You can't be. You're not from the Fire Temple, are you? At which point Futen grabs his mask and he just rips it off, and he grabs his coat and he throws it kind of in between him and Kozukai.
Do I recognize a guy?
No, none of you recognize this character. At which point, you see, so once he kind of throws his robe off, you see that he's not wearing a shirt, and you see just a fuck ton of scarring on this guy. Like nothing that's like severed, but just scars all over. What's up?
Can you draw his code on the ground?
Oh yeah, sure. Fucking. We're just gonna do this. Rename it. Coat.
I was super lazy.
Coat.
Do you want me to
Familiar
draw
with
a fucking black smudge? I'm not gonna fucking
Can I?
Photoshop a coat into this right now.
I just need a code.
I'm not criticizing you, Lane.
Like, I know it sounds like an asinine
I understand.
request,
I
but
understand.
it has reasoning.
So Futen's removed his mask to reveal a completely hairless head. So he's bald, no facial hair or anything. You see all the scars. Mostly the scars are on his abdomen. And he goes, "I was. A long time ago, I followed the path of the Fire Temple as a warrior monk. But one day, Jashin called out to me and offered a better deal. So I left the Fire Temple, the strongest of the warriors. And now look where they are. They were destroyed by the very follower of Jashin. The winner was clear." At which point, Regeko was just going to chime in. "You poor lost soul. Your brothers would have been disappointed in you." And Futen is just going to kind of stand there at the moment with a ready to action. Next up is Regeko.
With a little more dialogue.
No more dialogue. That should be the last of it aside from anything that's spontaneous. So you see, Regeko, he reaches into his kind of his shirt that he's got on. He pulls out something. You recognize it to be a flask. He pops it. He goes, "I owe this drink to Silas." And he just takes a little swig of it. He pops it back in, and he enters a kind of a drunken stance.
Awesome.
Thumbs up.
And he goes, "Now then,
Careful.
what's up?"
Be careful with that.
He's actually going to use a ready technique as well here. Just kind of, sizing each other up. Hajime, you're up.
Okay. Sec.
So you can notice the dead time, like the dead time where there's just nothing happening when you're
Yeah.
focusing on it.
I
I notice this every single fucking time while editing. It's a nightmare.
I can imagine.
So just so you know,
So
you
I'm gonna
can still
move.
throw, like if you're doing kunai and shuriken, you can still throw beyond 30 feet. It just has
I
a
assume.
penalty.
I'm just measuring. That might not be where I'm ending. I'm gonna move one more ahead. And I'm gonna throw a shuriken.
Alright, just a flat out shuriken at him. Roll that hit check.
Fuck. I missed.
That is a hard miss. Alright, so that's Hajime's turn.
That wasn't even Kozukai dodging. That was just a miss.
Never said I was good.
Alright, Kozukai, you are up.
Cast a Genjutsu on Shiro.
GG.
I'm gonna need
Whose turn is it?
some form of acknowledgement that you're aware, Kozukai.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
All right. Shout out to the Verizon guy.
Good.
Sprint now.
Yeah, fucking
So I'm
bitch.
gonna-
Fuck that guy, by the way. Going to a competing competitor just for a fucking dumb ad like that. I really did not like that ad. Sorry, Kozukai.
Prove it.
Well, I'm just gonna say I'm planning to go back to the village, guys. Just after I learn a few more things.
It's either now or never, guy.
Yeah, but if I go back now, I'm stuck in prison for the rest of my life.
Not necessarily.
So Regeko's gonna chime into this, focusing on that, and overhearing he goes, "You're learning forbidden techniques. Those aren't allowed by the leaf. Doesn't matter whether you come back now or later, prison is a sentence that's going to happen to you.
Oh, I didn't think the Leaf had such a harsh tone for the followers of Joshin.
We have a harsh tone
What
for
about that guy who-
traitors.
Yeah. Fuck, what was Kabuto? What about Kabuto? He's walking around free as a bird.
Kabuto saved one of the Leaf's heroes' lives. You've just tried to kill one of our members.
So I saved one Leaf Ninja after murdering thousands of a ninja. I'm alright. I see how it is.
He looks at you and he says, "Don't even try to compare the two situations. You don't offer any good when you come back to the village. I've talked to Owari myself back when he was still part of the village. You were always someone who was just conniving, fucking scheming. You were always ready to stab your friends in the back. Owari himself almost did it to you personally."
I have no plans to hurt any of my friends. It's your free game.
Ooh.
Anyone else want to say anything? Or Ken's gonna chime in with one last thing then. And he goes, "The only way that you're going to have any chance at redemption is if you stand down now and let us take you in."
You see me resisting?
Yes, then just stay that way. We'll go up and tie you up.
Glad I'm not next.
Still your turn, Kozukai.
That's the end of my
That's the end of
turn.
your turn?
All I wanted was dialogue.
All right, Shiro.
Well,
Kill him.
I'm gonna ready an action. I'll
Nah,
I'll
you
whisper
said
it
it's
to
too-
you.
Nope.
Yeah.
I'm gonna whisper it to you, Connor. So
Nope.
let the turns continue.
Don't pull some GM shit.
Shiro, you're up.
Don't do this.
I've had people be able to go back on, I had my turn. Well, actually,
I know.
so. Shiro. It's up to you now.
It is. And so I have just enough room to get up there. We're going to speed rank 4. And in the Bato Jutsu stance,
You're muted, Connor.
Yes, I am. Thank you.
jump in this circle of Kozuke.
All right. Okay, Kozukai, you are allowed to ready that action. Technically that. Okay, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna end my turn with some dialogue. That was nice.
I can only imagine what's going on in the whisper department.
Well, Kozuke. Been a while.
Yeah, I assumed.
I'm gonna
Yeah, I had Shiro.
No, never mind. He's here. So,
Sorry about that arm. Well, it could have been a
Oh,
lot
I
worse.
forgot to point this out. Oops. Shiro, so you all noticed this when you first re-encountered him. Fucking a rookie move on the GM. You notice that Shiro has a robotic arm.
What gay shit is this?
we'll tell you about it later. There's a legitimate reason for it.
Can I cut it
Yeah.
off and use it myself?
How long has he fucking been gone?
Theoretically.
It's been like 2 weeks.
Yeah, week and a half. Time moves fast
I
in
got
the
a
Leaf
new one,
Village.
thanks to
They
you.
already had some stuff designed out just in case, Hajime showed some curiosity. Continue on, sorry.
I got a new one thanks to you. This one's better. I just want to know, Kozuke. Why'd you do it?
Well, mostly because Joshin told me to, and I wanted to be immortal. See, I got plans. Big plans. I couldn't do them all in one lifetime.
It's a big dream you're chasing.
Bless you.
Alright, I'm in my turn just for sake of someone else's turn. Continue dialogue after.
Is there a
Somebody dies.
recording of me sneezing?
What?
I don't know.
Well, since you've only been on like 6 recordings, probably not.
Oh, snap. Dang.
Fair play.
So
Salt.
So, Shikamaru, you see, kind of makes a hand sign, goes, Shadow Possession Technique! Shadow Possession Jutsu.
Are there any shadows?
Yeah, that's the room's dimly lit.
Boom.
And the
Shadows
shadow
everywhere.
range extends, at which point Hidan is just going to stand in the circle and accept it. Because, this old trick again. Some ninja never change. At which point, Shikamaru goes, Alright, Ken, now, it's time! And that's the end of Shikamaru's turn.
Ken
And
stands in my hand.
now it's Hidan's turn, who's
Please.
going to roll a strength check to try and break it. He fails.
How do you feel about that, Shiro?
I was feeling some kind of way about that.
I'm his conscience right now. Just imagine what I'm saying.
I can't even imagine. So Hidan is
Jeez.
unable to do anything right now and is completely immobilized. Now it's
In the
Ken's
circle.
turn.
In the circle.
What's up?
He's immobilized. In the circle.
Oh yeah, in the circle. So Ken runs forward. Is that 30 feet? One more. And he should be in range. Yes, he is. And so he reaches into his backpack and he grabs a seal out. And he throws it onto Hidan, who is currently unable to dodge it. So I guess he can still roll to see if he fucking gets a critical miss. So ranged attack. Oh. Fun fact, he rolled a spell with 2 L's.
GG.
And that's it.
Yeah, and the range attack.
GG.
Some things have changed with Ken. So you see, he throws a seal that attaches to Hidan's leg.
It's not really.
Oh, I know what he's doing.
It's not really good. GG.
Yeah, you might have read about this technique recently.
Yeah.
At which point he just kind of goes, what in the world are you doing to me, you stupid shinobi? And so now he gets a -2 penalty to unarmed attack and damage rolls, minus strength and dexterity-based checks that require him to use his legs.
I
And-
have it, Connor.
Ooh, on your alternate character or this guy?
Alternate.
Okay. So that's Ken's turn, and Silas, now you're up.
Am I the only one that doesn't have an alternate character?
Probably.
We all made one just in case.
I like my
scared.
character.
I still don't have an alternate.
Well, you're scum. So,
Oh,
Rip.
shit. It's my
Alright.
turn now?
well, it's Silas's turn. I gotta take a whiz. I'll be right back. Go ahead and go.
I don't fucking know what to do.
He runs up and cuts Hajime in half.
I was gonna say that's what I was gonna do.
I heard it.
That was my ready action. So see, it's up.
And then
Can you roll
Hajime
that?
never returned.
Hey, can you roll that 1d100 now?
If he comes back, he's safe.
He failed.
He's gonna roll it for you. You just sealed Hajime's fate.
Kozukai, leave the circle. Or next turn you die. Or next turn.
Or I'll kill you. Just-
Leave that circle. Or we'll be forced to kill you.
Why?
It's orders.
You're not my captain right now.
I think you
Thought it
mean
was
he
your
had
friend.
orders.
That was your friend.
Kicked him in the chest.
Isn't that more than your captain?
No, he kicked him deeper than the chest, Shiro. He kicked him in the heart.
Big giant heart.
I mean,
Achy,
I was
breaky
willing
heart.
to leave, like, but you didn't ask me nicely. So you were like, please leave that circle. I'm like, okay, I'll leave.
This is the biggest
Okay.
frown I can do.
Evaporation technique.
Ooh.
It's better than me. I can't get it.
All right. So roll a reflex save, Kozukai.
Uno momento, sir.
Una momento, una momento.
No, 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 no. Hey.
Un momento.
Oh, and shout out! I know this is going to come out probably in about 3 years, but May the 4th be with you.
Yeah, that'll date the video as to how far back this is going to come in.
Today is May 4th, 2017.
Yeah.
You're talking about
The current point of where the
2018.
fucking videos are up right now, still recording in 2016.
bro?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're still level 2. I watched it today.
Jesus Christ.
The funny part is we all died in that canyon.
I know we did.
All right, you pass the reflex save, so you take half damage. Unless you have evasion. All right, you take 11 points
I
of
do
damage,
not.
Kozukai.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Seems good.
Feel the heat.
Can you do that for me?
Yeah.
Then I end my turn.
Like it. All right, so that's it for Silas. Next up is Lane again.
I'm gonna activate the Sharingan.
Okay, do a spot check, Lane.
But now I gotta see what the bonus is to my spot.
There's something that you may or may not see because you did that. Okay. You don't see anything. Well, you don't see what I'm trying to point out, at least.
Anyway, I'm gonna move to here and ready another 5 foot of iron wire 2 kunai thing.
All right. That your turn?
Yep.
Alrighty. Now it's Futen's turn. At which point he's just looking around and he goes, well, if we have a standoff like this, there's really no fun, is it? You're the drunkard, aren't you? Well, maybe it's time to free up your soul.
He's also a child beater.
You actually gonna yell that out? You sure? So he just fucking dashes forward, stopping right next to Regekko, outside of his circle. At which point, he just kind of yells out. He goes, "Pressure point style, secret technique, underhanded tactics." And he is
If
now
it's
going
secret,
to deal.
why are you saying it out loud?
Well, checkmate, atheists.
It's America.
All right, so he gets 4 attacks on Regekko. That one's a hit. That one's a miss. Next one's a -5 penalty. That one's a hit. Next one's another -5. That one's a miss. So the first and the third technique, or first and third hit, fucking hit him. So you see, even though he's only like hitting him with his fingers, Regekko is now bleeding. Like it's caused a kind of slash effect on him from the first hit, and then the second hit is followed up, which Regeki now needs to roll fortitude save.
Yeah, staying.
Which he passes. But he still takes a fair amount of damage.
Regeki dead.
No, let's hope not. Those are crits, right? Okay, no. And Regeki takes 54 points of damage.
What the?
Beyond that, he is now bleeding.
Somebody want to help him?
I'm useful.
All right, so that is it for Futen's technique. Actually, now Futen's going to use his heroic surge feat.
Oh, GG.
Which
Now
one
why is it true?
he's now going to follow up. He goes, now pressure point style. Touch of death. Which can only be used on a target that just was wounded by slashed or pierced damage in the next attack. So he's going to make a single unarmed attack. Ooh, but it's a fucking fail. Doesn't confirm the failure, though. However, Regeki is able to hit the fucking palm away and block himself. Just out of curiosity, this is how much damage it would have done. Okay, not as much as I thought.
Could have been worse.
That looks like weak sauce compared to the previous attack.
Yeah.
Like,
All
he
right.
shouldn't be taking that sauce to the county fair. Because it's weak.
GG.
So at this point, Regeki goes, so, hand-to-hand style, huh? Well, I've got just the thing for you. And I just got to pull up the right technique here. And he goes, I've learned this technique thanks to an old friend of mine. Static electricity aura. And so now you see that there's kind of like a little electric humming around Regeki. And that is it for Regeki's turn. Hajime. Do it. Do it. I'm
But
speaking for
why?
Zeus.
It won't do anything for me.
Just do it.
Alright.
Just do it.
Alright.
Don't let your memes be dreams.
Just don't give in to peer pressure, kids. Someone just keeps telling you to do it to drugs.
Alright.
First thing's figure out which drugs. Second off, probably say no.
Hey, don't do
That
drugs.
one.
We all know
Alright.
what happens.
That's my turn.
Or do drugs. We can't control your life.
He's telling me to do it.
Said doo-doo.
GG.
All right, well, I can tell you that's certainly not what I was expecting, Hajime. Kozukai, you're up.
All right, Connor. I'm gonna need a little bit of help on this one.
Nope.
GM help.
Can I get some more GM bullshit, guys? Hey, Shiro magically got an arm, guys.
I'll tell you later
And you so
Shut up.
if I live.
Damn job you will.
My goal is to
Dude.
prevent any of us from living.
How much chakra would it cost for me to summon?
Oh, Nick.
To summon what one?
A fire dragon.
Fire Dragon?
Yeah, about level, the highest level that I can get out of 30 chakra.
The highest one you can get 30 chakra?
Yep. Will it be protector or the next one up? Don't want a champion.
Okay, let's see here. So you can summon a standard fire dragon. Its hit points is 1d10 per chakra spent. At the protector level, 2 chakra per hit die. No, sorry. Protector level is 5 chakra per level. So you could get it up to level 6 for 30 chakra.
How many? All right. So help me out
Level
here.
6 of a
What do I
guardian
need
rank.
to roll?
Or protector rank, sorry.
The level 6 protector rank.
Yep.
All right, so that would be 6d10.
No, that would be so. It's for a level 1, it's 2d10 plus 4. So level 6, it's going to be 6 times that. So it's going to be
12d6.
just fucking.
Math's hard.
I don't want to do math right now. We're just going to do a fucking 72 is his health.
All right.
GG.
If you want, you could
Well-
re-roll it yourself, but
Nah.
Is that the right math?
All right. Well, I'm gonna summon that for 30 chakra.
for 30 chakra. All right.
Yeah.
Let me fucking pull up this fucking dragon token. It's gonna be the fucking right in front of you. Fire dragon, it's a small size. Fucking putting in its health. And its fucking chakra. Alrighty. Now what?
All right, I'm gonna have it go over towards Hajime.
Alright. I
Not
can
the
fly up to
attack of opportunity.
40 feet. Okay,
All right.
so it's now right next to that coat.
Yeah, he's gonna use his fire breath on Hajime.
Oh, snap.
All right.
See your conscience.
Not what I No, Hajime is not your conscience. I am your conscience.
What do I have to roll?
Let's see. So you're gonna roll a 2d4 plus 6.
2d4
Check.
plus 6.
And it's going to be in a cone.
Did it automatically hit?
Yeah, it's a cone, so it's gonna be an automatic hit.
Son of a bitch.
However, you get a reflex save to have it.
Okay, I'll roll it just now.
So it's just 2d4 plus 6, and that's it?
Breath attacks are not that great.
That's my. Ooh. So I take
Wow.
I take 4 or 5 damage.
Yeah, 5 damage. However, that fire breath has also disrupted the circle.
Like where was circle? This one?
That one. The one where the target was.
Okay, Silas, now what? You fuck.
Alright.
Kill the
I'm
dragon!
gonna keep that same ready action.
Oh.
You just
What
shrunk
the
in
fuck
size?
is happening? Why am I so tiny?
You can do the voice now.
You're like right there, I think.
Hey, Silas!
Alright, so that's it for you, Kozuke?
Yeah.
See,
Well, I kept that same ready action.
Aye. Shiro, you are now up.
Alright, Kozuke. Let's dance. Alright. Can I do what I was telling you about before?
Me?
Yeah.
What'd you tell me
With
before?
the type T.
Oh, that thing. So, like, does it work on that weapon?
Does it work? I mean, technically, no.
What's
GM
the,
bullshit on enough
what's the
shit
name
today.
of the technique? What do you mean GM bullshit on enough shit?
Chiro's got an arm, guys. I'm all fucking alone.
Alright, so since you're gonna
You
keep
could have
talking
had an
about
arm too, but you had to fucking pay for it.
I
You
don't have
couldn't
that much.
afford it.
No, I don't really care, Shiro. I'm just
PM me one more time, Shiro. I'm not finding the message. Oh,
Yeah,
there it
yeah.
is.
And I'm just gonna go ahead and make an attack at him with the soul flay.
Yeah, I'm gonna allow it.
Oh, you gonna? Okay. Oh, I'll use a full round action to do that, imbue it with holy power.
And then make your attack. Oh, just so you know, Kozakai, you now inherently, I didn't explicitly express this, I meant to do it in a fucking message. You now are, you have the affiliation of evil.
Is my
1d20?
For a hit check.
Oh, the hit check. Okay, so that's it. And also, don't forget about the soul flang.
Yeah, I added it all in.
hold up. What about my ready to action?
Are you
I'll
waiting
be
for
honest,
a
I
little
forgot,
damage?
so I'm happy that you did that. You don't have to roll for damage. Because all of a sudden, you slash through it, and a coat appears.
Tears the coat in half. Sorry, Lane.
Yep, so you've cut the coat in half with that attack. Actually,
That's why I can't have nice things.
Now Lane kills Kozukai.
no, actually, your sword goes right through it.
With a coat?
Yeah, because the coat's not evil.
Dang it.
So the coat's still intact.
Hey.
That is what's turn. It's full
Well, I
round
want Hidan's coat, not his coat.
action.
Just so you know, he's not wearing the Akatsuki cloak.
Then I don't give a shit about his coat.
It's just a general black coat. Actually, I could have specified that. Next turn is Shikamaru. You're done, Shiro, right?
Yep.
All right. Now it's Shikamaru. He is just going to roll a concentration check to maintain his jutsu. And he passes. And Hidan is still in control. And Shikamaru's just, continuing to hold him. Next up is Hidan's attack. He's going to do another strength check to try and break it. And once again, he fails. Which one he goes, you're really beginning to piss me off here, Shadow. Goddamn Shadow brat.
He's an old man now.
You don't turn out to be kind of a pussy.
Yep.
Yeah, sure. And then Ken's going to do the exact same thing that he did last time. This time on the other leg. That's another hit. That is it for Ken's turn. Silas. You're up.
Oh. This doesn't count as anything. I'm just like, I just want to see. See, I could have broke it. I'm just saying.
That actually would have failed.
Oh no, really?
Yeah.
That's funny though.
You, both of you and Hidan actually have to roll a nat 20 to break it.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw my fully charged greater paper bomb attached to my kunai that I already had in place at Kozukai.
All right. Fully charged, so you take away 5 chakra.
Mhm.
Greater does a greater, not a... Oh yeah, greater, not a superior.
Yeah, it's greater.
So that's 10d6.
All right, so I'm gonna substitute back with that coat.
GG.
All right, that's 2 substitutes down.
Okay.
But
It's
you still can roll
gonna-
for damage because it's gonna hit the dragon and the coat.
Sorry, Lane.
I just wanted to know where the coat was for the sake of shit like this, substitutions and whatnot.
And it's gonna get rid of the. It's most likely gonna get rid of the code. So was that 10d6?
10d6. Yep. Ooh. The dragon gets to roll a fucking reflex save.
Does he have evasion?
No.
He actually passes it, taking half damage.
Actually, check the feet. What level is it? Is it just protector?
Oof.
Can you
Yes,
also
protector.
Yeah, protector.
Never
can
mind.
you also roll a one of those saves for the coat?
Code.
Coat's denied its save. Coat is fucking burnt to a fucking crisp.
Bye, Coat. We knew thee well.
I want you to know that Coat has 210 hit points.
Really?
Yeah, just because I copied it. Oh, I realized I just gave away
And then I am going to move right here and end my turn.
All right. Next up is Lane.
Well, Mr. Squadman said that this is our job, so gonna try again with the kunai.
Perhaps Shiro.
GG.
So happy together. I can't see me tied up with anyone but you for all my life.
Oh,
Confirm crit.
That precision.
So is that actually wrapping around both of them? Was that what you were doing?
No. Going
Just
in
aiming to-
between Shiro and wrapping around Kozukai. It's not even meant to
All
do
right.
damage. It's literally
That-
just meant to wrap around him.
All right, he is now wrapped around with that.
So now I can't do hand signs or do none of that.
Yeah, so no substitution.
Gee. Feel like something's not right here. Like, you're doing stuff
So-
like this.
Next up is Futen's turn. At which point, Futen, he kind of turns back and he yells, Kozukai, it's up to you to get that iron wire off of yourself. Remember, my ability won't help you with something physical.
I know.
Ominous. There's a little flame behind that.
GG. Can't believe it.
At which point, Regekyo begins to speak. He goes, Team, what you need to do. At which point, Futen's going to hit him with pressure point style. Whisper quiet.
Is he gonna dodge though?
We're going to fucking find out.
92.
Got those.
He does not.
Rip. I got those kids.
Did you like my reply to Futen, Connor?
El gato es muy queso. Yeah. Alright, so he takes damage, and takes 19 points of damage. At which point, he just kind of goes, ugh. And immediately coughs up some more blood. As soon as he tries to, like, speak out again. Causing him to take, once again, attack damage. And that's it for Futen.
Gosh dang Fuji.
Gosh dang Futen.
Futan, you're marked.
It comes to that perfect 20. I've been waiting for it.
Alright.
Good on time trying to
So-
get that heal.
Regekyo makes a series of hand signs. And let's see. So I just gotta look up. Alright, 30 feet. Targeting fucking right. Shit. I'd hate you. Thank you. Shit, that's still gonna fucking. There we go. Targeting that square right there with his fireball.
GG.
And he's also going to use a couple of his techniques on it, as well as maximizing his charge. to deal. What is 12 times 6? That should not be hard math.
72.
72. Thank you. 72 plus 42.
112?
100, yeah.
No,
112.
114.
114, you're right. Man, I didn't realize I was so bad at math recently.
It's just because.
However, he now has to make a check. So I got lots of little fun stuff here.
I get a strange feeling that Senor Ally may or may not perish.
Good riddance. No,
And he fails. Okay, so he shoots the fireball, dealing 142 or 114 damage.
oh, he's dead.
At which point, Futan he just literally throws it off and just brushes himself off completely unharmed.
What?
And that's what Regekko says. He goes, "What the? But that was my maximized technique. How did you?" At which
Fire
point, Futan
resistant.
just kind of begins to laugh. He goes, "Oh, you fools who underestimate the strength of us exalted ones. We are stronger. We have the faith, the power, and everything else that we need. You are all nothing but corpses in our wake." It's the end of Regekko's turn. And even then, fire resistance only halves the damage. Hajime!
Alright, so I'm going to pull out my short sword. I assume it's no longer covered in acid.
Right.
And I'm going to try and hit the dragon.
Alrighty.
It's short.
Nope. Can I cut its toenail?
Let me check that dragon's defense real quick.
Alright. That hits is worse than me.
GG.
Well, low-end summonings aren't intended to be very fast. Oh, that's actually a hit.
Oh. There's the damage.
Alright, so it takes 4 points of damage.
Cool. And that's my turn. I'll be right back.
Alrighty. Next up in the lineup is, of course, Kozukai.
The dragon is now gonna fly at the iron wire and then scoop it and try to like break it. If it can't break it, it's gonna pick me up and Lane as well. If Lane doesn't let go.
The wire's tied around 2 kunai. I'm not touching it at all.
So it's just on me.
Yep. It's just wrapped super tightly around you.
Alright, then the dragon's just gonna come at me and try to like pick me up.
Come at me, bro.
Alright, because Hajime isn't here, he denies his attack of opportunity.
Ooh.
Thank you, Hajime.
However, Shiro, you can still take one.
No.
But who are you going to take it against? The real question.
Alright, so and then what? You want it to bite you?
Either bite me or pick me up with his talons. Either way, I know I'm taking damage.
I'll say it's a claw attack.
Makes more sense to break the iron wire.
Alright, so you're going to take some damage here. Claw is just a 1d4, but it's strength modifier.
Plus 12.
You take 6 points of damage. However, the iron wire has been broken.
Yep.
What's the
Alright.
distance from everybody?
It takes me like 15 feet away from the circle. Or whatever.
Alright. And then, well, I'm going to use Method of False Invisibility.
Did the one with the will save or?
Nah.
Yeah, that is the one with the will save.
If I use it on somebody.
There's no use it on somebody. It's only targeted on you.
No, I mean like if I touch somebody or interact with them, that's when they get a will save.
Yeah, we already went over this.
Creatures looking for the user who have a matching description of the user's general appearance, or creatures looking or any creatures around them are affected in a different way and suffer a -4 penalty to spot checks made against the user.
Yeah.
So I guess you can still make a
Spot check.
a spot check since you're still looking for him at a -4 penalty.
But we have a plus to that kind of stuff because isn't this just the third turn?
So you have a +4, right?
Mm-hmm.
+3.
Alright, so
-4 +3.
You just take a -1.
Okay. Well, that's the 3 then.
Maybe a +1 actually
+3
for your roll.
Alright.
-1 on what you'd roll, but you'd be at a +3 for your roll.
Okay, so I just get 5 then.
What? How?
So I get +3, so I'm at a +1.
No, not that. Kozakai, how?
What do you mean how?
Method of false invisibility doesn't do that.
Yeah, but I have an ability that does that.
Method of false invisibility is a 4-round action.
I know. This is for ready action. I should have said that.
Right? No, that's not how read actions work.
All right, next turn I'm doing that.
Okay. You have to. It costs the action for you to ready an action, and it doesn't carry over multiple rounds.
All right.
And Shiro, you're up.
Yeah, make another attack.
Although you saw him disappear. Your roll check was not high.
The will check was that the 20, but the spot check was 5. All right, so I guess I'm gonna make attack against concealment.
Yeah, sure. So 20% chance of miss, or is he? He's actually under
Full concealment. Or...
full concealment, so 50% chance. So roll 1d2. You miss.
Next.
All right. Next up is Shikamaru, who's going to continue. Here's a pathway.
GG.
His fucking same thing. At which point Hidan is now this turn. He goes, all right, that's enough of this. And you see all of a sudden his skin turns black and a skeleton appears. And you also see 2 wings kind of burst out of his back. And immediately, you all need to roll a will save.
Yes, and we have additions to our wills. Ah,
Well, not me.
So do I roll?
Oh yeah, I meant to give you that headband, but I never did. Whoops.
F you, Rieko. This is your responsibility. You drunk nerd.
You don't have to roll one, Kozakai.
Just because he was effing drunk.
All right, Lane, you pass. Shiro, you pass. Silas, you all pass. Okay, don't take any negative effects.
Q +7.
But now, Hidan's just kind of smiling, and immediately a little black bird flies off from him and hits Ken. Well, let's have Ken roll a reflex save. Let's not sacrifice that from. I'm not trying to throw him under the bus.
I put that bus, put him right in front.
But he succeeds dodging that bird.
Good job, Ken.
So that is it for Hidan's turn.
Can we get an icon for the bird?
The bird literally goes in and out of him.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I was thinking of the bird as a separate entity.
It's not even like an actual bird. It's just like a bird-shaped like thing that's flying at him that emerges from Hidan's body. Silas. Oh no, it's Ken's turn actually. Ken's gonna do the exact same thing, except this time throw it on his chest. All right, Silas.
Hey.
I should probably roll a hit check.
Hang on, guys.
And
One
hits.
second.
So what you doing, Silas?
I'm going to activate Strength Rank, which is that an attack action? Or no, or can I do that freely because of my my wrist?
It is. What is the strength? The rank.
Swift
Mike?
action.
What was that?
Swift action. Okay, that's what I thought. The strength ranks and everything. What kind of action were they?
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it to the max, which would be one above what my strength rank.
Okay.
And then I'm going to walk up and I'm going to use Iron Grasp on the dragon.
All right.
Oh, I didn't.
That's
I
a
didn't
hit.
add the strength rank to that. Oh well, you got it.
Yeah, it's still a hit.
simple. And I'll do the damage real quick from the hit, and then we'll discuss what happens next.
So he needs to make a fortitude save, right?
D6.
Or was that after?
Let me do that first, which is like nothing. Okay.
7 points of damage.
And then Iron Grasp. Okay. The user makes this. The target must make a fortitude save to decide the result of the attack. Okay. So he has to make a fortitude save. On a.
I hate you, bike.
Did he pass or fail?
What's the rank of that?
This is before I was putting ranks in, so I'm stupid. I'll have to look it up real quick.
If it's before you were putting ranks in, then that's a fail. Or he passes, so that your technique fails.
Okay. So, on a failed save, the attack deals double damage.
On a succeed, he succeeded his save.
Okay. Sorry.
Technique failed, he succeeded the save. Okay, so takes 3 additional damage.
So 10 damage then.
Yeah.
Not bad.
And that is it for Silas's turn then. Lane, you are up.
I'm gonna move over here and attack this guy.
Alrighty.
He turns around, hits Lane one time, and kills her.
Not before he gets pierced with 50 shuriken.
All of those are a miss.
Oh, what the?
Even the 31.
Gosh, dang.
The 31 is a hit.
Jesus.
Sorry, I had it written as 32. I forgot that one of those, the 32, happens from a specific thing. The 31 still hits from that ranged attack.
GG.
Okay, I got scared for a second.
Should be.
Jesus.
All right, he takes 11 points of damage. All right, so that's Lane's turn. Now it's Futen's turn. And Silas, I gotta say, you're not entirely wrong. He's going to step away from Regekko.
Oh my.
At you, Lane. Regekko gets an attack of opportunity, which he does take. However, he has no drawn weapon, so it's an unarmed attack. Which he misses. Futen's able to dash out of the way.
Oh.
No, this was Futen's attack. Or, sorry, not Futen's. This is Regekko's attack of opportunity.
Yeah, that's why.
Futen, he looks at you and he goes, pressure point style. Peaceful darkness.
This is uncomfortable.
What's your defense?
Hey, he succeeds.
27.
27. All right, you're able to dodge the attack.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Sharingan, yo.
Sharingan. Yeah.
Power of the eyes.
Yeah, it's a good thing because this attack might have made that Sharingan a little bit less useful.
Made you a little more dead.
I'll tell you, that attack blinds.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, so that is Futen's turn. Next up is Regekko, who he runs up. At which point, to Lane, he starts whispering to you. He goes, "You don't have to worry about this. I can fight him."
And Futen
Okay.
goes, I can hear you.
And Futen's going to make the comment, "Must be hard not being able to speak at full volume, isn't it, Regekko?"
Oh, wait, I forgot. Yeah. No, I felt
And then
stupid.
Regekko is going to repeat his. He is going to use pressure point style underhanded tactics. So that one's a hit. That one's a miss. Then a -5 penalty. That's a miss. Another -5 penalty. That's a miss. So first attack hits.
Hey, Connor,
What's up?
for staying in character, spirit die.
Hey, cheers. But he also doesn't get the full damage of it. He gets that.
I haven't heard from Kozukai in a while.
Oh, I forgot about this part. Whoops. That doesn't matter. It's not against any of you. Dealing 4 points of damage. Nico's showing his stuff right now.
He sure is.
Wow. He
Mm-hmm.
can totally handle it. Yeah.
He's also going to use a swift action to change his stance.
I'm about to come over there and cut that guy in half with one hit.
Jeez.
And Hajime,
Trips.
he just stands there and he just... Screw you, Kozukai! Kozukai's turn. To answer your question, Kozukai, you absolutely can, should you desire. It's not outside, like I won't bullshit anything. All right, Kozukai, ready's in action.
Well, this kind of got boring without someone to actually be fighting.
Yeah. Why the fuck aren't you talking?
Says it is.
All right, so you take your dick, you stick it in their mouths, you fucking have them blow you, and then you kick them out. Tell them I said that. Fucking put me on all chat. I don't give a shit. Dragon's attacking you, Silas.
Great.
GG.
Regular bite attack and misses. All right, that's the end of his turn. Shiro, now you're up.
Alright, so I'm just gonna make a full attack action. Bato Jutsu stance. The same
Cool.
sword.
Cool. All right, that's a hit.
Basic attack bonus.
Anything you got to counter, Kozuke? I'll give you a whole 5 minutes to type up a sentence. Second attack's going to be a miss. I don't know whatever you mean, audience. I've never had anger issues in my life. All right, so you go to attack him, and as your sword slices through, he teleports. Right, that was on me. 100% on me. I'm sorry. My anger has blinded me.
GG.
Just call me Anakin.
You, Anakin. That's why you melted in lava, nerd.
He didn't melt. He just got fire.
All right, so that's Kozukai. That's your attack. All right, anything else, Shiro?
No.
All right, Shikamaru's turn. At which point, he's now having a harder time keeping a grip on this guy, who is fucking fighting through. So Shikamaru is going to use a technique. He goes, all right, shadow stitching jutsu. So the target is unable to do anything against, but he can roll a fortitude save. Oh, shit. He passed.
Dang.
So he takes half damage, and he takes 20 damage. Just starts laughing. He goes, "Oh, is that the best you can do, Shikamaru? Me and Shashin together, your attacks are worthless." And so that is it for him. That's Hidan's turn again. He's gonna attack Ken again. Ken's gonna roll a reflex save. And he passes with the exact same roll.
Sweet.
All right. And Ken's going to throw one more seal on Hidan. And next up is Silas.
Yay! Oh.
I'm sorry, that was me.
Gee,
You said that, and that just popped into my head.
gee.
Okay, well, I'm going to do Giant Smasher technique on the dragon.
Alrighty.
So, full round action. The user makes a single unarmed melee attack against the target. If it hits, it deals normal damage, and the target must make a fortitude save to avoid being knocked into the air.
All right.
So,
Oh, what's the... Fuck it, it passes.
it passes.
Like, you pass. You pass, it fails. He failed.
Oh, sweet! Oh my god! Yay!
This is the punishment. This is the punishment for my soul.
Feet equal to 3 times. Okay, so then I knock it airborne number of feet 3 times the amount of damage taken. So
Alright, so roll that first bit of damage.
this first time this has landed.
GG.
I fucking again?
Goes up 20 feet.
Okay. Then I get attack of opportunity, jumping to him and slamming both fists into him, slamming him into the ground, doing 1d6 plus my strength modifier plus fall damage.
Alright. Roll that damage, add a 1d6 to it. The fall's not that great. No, that's right.
GG. That was like
Got
everybody
another
last
fucking
week.
one though.
Freaking rolling ones all day.
So it takes 7 plus 9 for a total of 16 damage. Dragon is still strong, but you can tell it's
Oh,
definitely
I haven't been adding them to my
getting beaten and
stuff
battered.
anyway, because I forgot.
GG.
Yeah. All right, Lane, you are up.
Anyway, tumble
Just so you know,
check,
your skill checks are
tumble
down.
out
This
the
was the
way.
5th turn, so your skill checks are at +1 now. Yeah, I wasn't thinking about it either. All right. So let's have him
Yeah.
make a hit check.
Yeah.
He hits, making him get the attack of opportunity on you, which, let's see if it passes your defense. I think it does. This character is a very strong character, Mike. Shiro.
We got lucky.
In all honesty, this might be the most powerful character I've created, with the exception of bullshit characters and Wari.
Like I'm a sad panda.
That looks like that looks kind of like my attack.
So
with
he
my
takes
sword.
16 points of damage. Yeah, that's his regular attack right there.
Boom.
How's that make you feel?
Okay, well I'm going to attack the dragon.
Yeah. But this is unarmed attack. This is him attacking you with open palms. Alrighty. Roll to confirm critical failure. Alright, doesn't critically fail.
I'm
2
tired of rolling
successes.
ones. I've been rolling ones all day.
21 damage. So you see that dragon's definitely beaten and knackered, but still holding. That if... Yeah, had you rolled at least a 2 on each of those times you rolled a 1, that thing would be dead right now.
GG. Straight attack of opportunity.
Alright, so that's Lane's turn. Now it is Futen's turn.
Gosh dang.
Lane, he's gonna keep going after you. triggering an attack of opportunity, which misses.
Yeah.
At which point, Futen, he's going to do the exact same attack on you. Peaceful Darkness. Which that one's a hit, right? So he's going to fucking do a roll for standard attack damage. Now you get a Fortitude save.
I don't know what that means.
Very basic DC, DC 12. Oh, you passed! So you are now only dazzled instead of blinded. You basically take penalties on your hit checks. I'd go into more explanation, but it won't matter by the time it comes up. And you'll understand why.
I thought Regeko handled this. Could handle this.
So you still took those 18
doesn't
points
seem to be
of
able to
damage?
handle
Okay.
this.
Doing a little beating and knackered there.
GG. Rip.
Yeah, there's a downside to him. That side to him being the fact that most of his techniques would burn everyone in this room to a crisp. Because they have such massive fucking range. But he's going to use a different technique because it's his turn now. All right, so you see he kind of whips up his hand. So he needs to make, and you see he begins to charge a lot of chakra into it as he dashes at Futen and then attacks him with the Rasengan. Rasengan. They're the, what was it? Giant Rasengan.
Ooh,
Oh,
downwards.
Yeah.
So subject requires a fortitude check. Which also he has a very high fortitude as well.
Plus 20. Boom. Succeed.
You are right.
Plus 20. Boom. Succeeds.
However, so he basically means he's subject doesn't succeed for okay, so he gets knocked back as opposed to being stunned. But he still is going to take damage, but we're gonna have to roll to confirm resistance, which it passes this time. So he Futen is taking 64 points of damage.
There's a good hit.
Yeah, there it is.
64 down. 150.
I'm gonna fucking GM and say that he moved there, causing him to be knocked back that way.
GG.
I don't know, him bowling into me would be typical.
But it's not typical of Regeko.
I don't know, he's a drunk.
How far back did he get knocked?
Yeah, you're right.
Any boots,
You're right.
kids?
Yep.
He's now knocked into you at a rate of equal to the damage at 5 foot 65 feet.
Gosh, dang.
He hits Ken too. Aw, he doesn't
No,
hit Ken.
He actually knocks you into Ken.
Good.
Boom, boom, boom. Knocking you all off your feet.
How much damage did that take?
Nosebleed damage.
Honestly.
You're all going to take 2d6 points of damage for knocking into each other. I'll roll it.
Bowling pin.
Y'all take 6 points of
Bowling
damage.
pin damage.
GG.
You
Wow.
right.
I'm not almost dead or anything.
Yeah, you're fine.
Well, that's good to hear.
You're gonna be fine.
Hajime, fucking...
He's gonna just start weeping. He just, he's gonna just do that.
So that's literally all he's going to do. Is just...
GG.
Kozakai, you able to talk yet? They finished blowing you? I mean, guess they're not blowing you at all, are they?
GG. It's worth a shot though.
Fuck you too, Connor.
So it's your turn, Kozuke.
So, what am I? Where am I at right now? Because I can't see the map.
You are currently next to Hajime.
Okay. Well, you know what happens next? I'm gonna stab Hajime.
Oh snap!
All right, make an attack against him. Can you still roll?
Alright. Yeah, I can still roll. Just give me a second. I tapped off.
Aye, aye.
And let me roll. There we go.
See, Lane, aren't you having more fun now?
Oh yeah. So much fun. It's a Dwarf Fortress type of fun.
Yeah, yeah,
Ranked in League type
what
of
you
fun.
want. Yeah. Kick, do, 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 do. Unfortunately, that's a miss.
Yeah.
See, Slash Amy is able to evade it. Sure, I'm gonna burn you alive.
GG.
Anything else you're doing?
Yeah. Also ready in action.
All right, can't be an attack action. Has to be movement or swift.
Yeah, no. I'll whisper to you. So
Cool.
let the next one go.
All right, next up is Shiro.
Alright, I
Hello.
am going to move to Futon.
Sorry.
GG.
I'm still invisible, right?
Yeah, I guess you are.
Yeah. So everyone but
Nice.
Hajime.
Some Yusin Ikazuchi. Alright, so
Ikazuchi?
yeah.
Oh shit! I was gonna have the dragon do something.
Ikazuchi?
Fuck.
Rippity rippity yay.
Alright, so make gives me 2 attacks. Wow.
Roll to confirm critical.
Alright, then I guess the second attack. Thank goodness.
That's a hit.
Alright. Alright, so the second attack, rip. Alright, whatever. This is regular damage. Would have been effing sweet if I got the first attack.
All right, so he takes 15 points of damage.
And then it's my turn.
All righty.
Okay, hang on, I got a phone call again.
All righty. Shikamaru's turn. At this point, his shadow returns to him, freeing Hidan because its time is up. I forgot to drop his chakra that whole time. At which point, let's see what he's gonna do.
Well, Connor turned it into the map.
What the fuck?
I like the new look.
I'm gonna. Oh shit! I can't reload because that's. All right, I've got to reconnect and hope it doesn't fucking reset the. What the fuck? All right, and we're back, everybody. Sorry about that. Fucking technical troubles. So known as the camera fucking me on roll 20.
Yeah, we're fast.
What the fuck kind of glitch do you have to have happen there? Just wait for it. It's gonna be something that I clicked too that I just wasn't paying attention to. It's me 100% user error, which means it's your fault, Shiro.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Give me a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. I deserve it.
All right, so where we left off, it was in the middle of Shikamaru's turn.
Him fainting and the Hidan killing all of us. There we go. End of story.
At which point, he's going to use his heroic surge as well to give him a free attack action to start off with. At which point, he's going to use his improved command to remove your dazed or dazzledness. Lane. And then he's going to use tactical expertise for the rest of his action as a 4-round action to grant +4 defense to all allies in 50 feet.
Sweet.
So all you three have increased defense by 4 for 1 round. At which point he's also going to yell out, "Now remember to be careful. It's gonna take me another moment to prep the jutsu to catch Hidan again." Because remember, Hidan's free.
Sorry, Ken.
Yeah, his jutsu ended. At which point, what's this? At which point, Hidan's going to take a step over, and then he's going to shoot his bird at you, Shiro.
There we go
Not
again.
again.
So roll a reflex save.
Pew, pew.
Eyebrows are fine. Their eyebrows.
I'm a bit.
Yeah, waiting on that reflex.
Come get it, nerd.
Ooh, you passed. Dodge that bird.
Got the same roll as Ken.
Mm-hmm. But at this time, Ken's going to change up his strategy. I see he makes a series of hand signs, at which point he goes, "Wind tunnel technique!" At which point, you see a jettison of air burst forth from him, launching. What's his range? So it's like going over here, then launching heat on there, and then slamming him into the corner, which he gets no saves against. But he's just sucked into it and forced out of the circle. That's just his attack action, isn't it?
The magic fingers.
That's how I imagine the wind tunnel.
That was a full round.
Oh, and tunnel technique.
Is that
I can't-
racist? No, it wasn't.
GG.
Silas, you're up.
No, it wasn't.
I'm going to. What's his name? I can't read it.
Futen?
Footed.
Dragon?
I'm
Regeka?
gonna take my sword out and say, Futen, you've been marked.
Hey, there it is.
Alright.
And that's a full round action, isn't it?
Yep. Well, it's an attack action, not a 4-round.
Oh, really? Cool.
So you can still move, but you still got a dragon next to you.
That's fine. He can hit me. Go ahead, bite me.
Alright, it's going to take the attack of opportunity.
I
So
think
like
my favorite part about this is all of us have just
What's your
decided
defense?
Kozukai's not worth
22.
our trouble, so we're just gonna go fight for 10 now.
22, you said?
Yep.
Okay, so that's a miss. So you take no damage from that. So next up is Lane.
Okie dokie. The moment of truth. Tumble check.
Alright.
That was not a good tumble check.
If he gets a 1, you're fine.
He literally has to get a 1.
Does.
GG.
So he gets an attack of opportunity on you. Let's see if it hits you, just natural defense. I don't know why I'm doing that. I can just literally hit up on the fucking... Literally same thing.
Roll. GG.
Just gotta make sure we're not... Okay, just had to make sure it was different.
Or don't I have that bonus from what's his name?
+4. Plus 27 plus 4 is 31.
That's still 31, not high enough.
plus flank bonus now.
Yeah. I just went
Yeah.
30 with that.
So he takes 17 points of damage.
Gosh dang.
Oh, interesting amount of health you got there.
That looks like 1 or 2 health.
One singular health.
GG.
Hey, wait a minute. Where'd that dude go?
He's on the wall. So scroll a little bit.
Oh,
Well,
fuck.
he's
Yeah,
on the
remember-
wall.
Ken uses wind technique to slam him into the wall.
I was like, man, where'd he go? So much I was paying attention.
Okay, this isn't something I wanted to do, but I don't seem to have a choice. And I'm going to look directly at Hidan. The Matras.
GG.
All right.
Is this
So that's
FML?
so is the stipulation I had. He gets a chance to dodge it. To dodge your gaze with the reflex save, and that's all that the reflex would do.
Okay.
Well, that's what we said, right?
Yeah.
All right.
He would still get the additional reflex saves to like take half damage and things like that, but there was the reflex save to just not.
Actually, he's kind of being forced in the wind tunnel. Doesn't just end at one point. Let me double check this. He might not actually get the chance to make a reflex save there.
GG. I guess it depends on the range and duration.
Yeah, it's still going. It's gonna go for one more round unless he's able to break it. So actually, he's denied that reflex save, so that's a hit one way or another.
GG. Well, didn't see that coming. Immortality can't beat that.
I'm lost.
Amaterasu. So Lane looks at Hidan and he bursts into black flames.
Hidan does?
Unquenchable black flames.
What does that mean?
Flames that can't be put out.
Oh, so he's just gonna burn to death?
It's gonna burn to death. There's nothing more of them.
So the inherent damage right now.
What turn is this? Turn 6?
Why the
Bye,
heck
Mike.
did I freaking switch to XSplit Broadcaster?
What the fuck is wrong with this website right now?
What the heck?
We gotta keep going. Oh.
I
Well,
can't
yeah,
even-
we don't have to reset on this one. Shiro can just relog in the page. I know that one wasn't me because I didn't click a fucking thing. My hand was fucking on this fork.
I didn't even do anything. I was just sitting here and they just randomly switched. It's
Mine
just
did
like
that the
last
other
time I
day.
have to switch to freaking Chrome.
So is that the damage he takes for the initial one or for every turn?
That's the initial damage. Doesn't
Okay.
really say how much damage he takes for being on fire.
I'm just going to say it's that exact same amount every time.
Okay.
66 GG.
So it's a pretty fucking serious fire.
And that's not even fully empowered. That's just partially empowered.
So at that point, as soon as that happens, he's just going to kind of freak out. He goes, how do you have Itachi's jutsu?
I'm not going to answer him, and I'm just going to keep staring at him.
Futen, I need you. Futen just kind of looks over and goes, right. Now it's Futen's turn, at which point he is going to use teleportation technique, which is in range. Does that, and he
Guess
goes
he's
in.
on fire.
So so what you see happens is he takes his hand and he slams it onto Hidan, and immediately a shell of both him and Hidan and Futon, launches outwards. Pretty much think of it like a shedding, like a snake would kind of a thing. And you see that your flames are no longer on them, but on the sheddings.
GG.
Oh my. Basically, I just turned myself into priority target numero uno.
Now it's Regeko's turn, who...
Is probably remotely shocked at that. As a matter of fact, so is probably everybody here that has
Yeah.
any familiar with it.
Yeah,
don't
Regeko's
know
just
what
going
it
to do
is.
a basic punch attack against that fucking dragon.
In his gut. He just spit out flames and burn his face.
Dealing enough damage to desummon the dragon.
GG.
I just realized I never fucking did this technique. Or fucking dropped your chakra for that. Which also means drop the chakra from the fucking teleport. And substitutions. Man, I've been a fucking bad battle buddy.
For rip.
Alright, so that's Regeko's turn. Hajime!
Still hand weaving. He's been hand weaving the whole time.
Kozakai, you still here?
Just playing with his hands. GG.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. He only has one hand.
Alright, Kozakai, you are
Just
up.
realized he can't be seen.
So I was gonna look at Hajime
He's gonna do it.
and I'm gonna pull out a paper bomb. And I'm gonna fully charge it. Slap it on Hajime.
Alright. Well, you don't have the chakra actually to do that.
For real?
Yeah, you're at 1 chakra right now.
Well, then concentration check.
Alright, concentration check.
No, it's not a forward slash, it's a Y. Shout out to keyboards. Once is 20, not 23d20. Thus, this many equals.
Alright, yeah, you can transfer as much as you want out of 26.
Alright, give me 25.
Alright. Now you're gonna do that?
No, I can't do that.
Oh, yeah, it's the attack action. Alright.
So did I slap on that paper bomb to your boys?
Yeah, I can say you've slapped it on, but you can't detonate it until your next turn.
I think this has got to be the last round.
Before you go.
Yeah, my wife's already screaming.
GG. That's okay. We're about to hit the time limit.
Alright, that's about it.
Alright, so that's it for Kozakai. So next up, Shiro.
I do like how my health is still full.
That ain't gonna help me. Alright, so just gonna make 2 move actions. And in my turn.
Alright, Shikamaru's turn now. He's going to take a few steps forward, and he's going to use Shadow Possession to bind both Futen and Hidan.
Or if he can get that, then they're going to die.
What was it?
If he can get that, they're going to die.
However, as soon as he does that, you see that Futon immediately sheds himself again.
Fair enough.
And the Shadow Possession is no longer on him or Hidan. It's free action, instant action. At which point Shikamaru is just very surprised and baffled. And, whoa! It's not actually a kill. At which point Hidan is going to run forward, slashing wildly at Shikamaru.
Good. Not the person who just set him on fire forever.
GG. How broken is that ability?
32 is what its hit marker was. And that is a hit on Shikamaru.
That's not good.
That's not
Let's
good.
be fair.
First, once it gets back to my turn, I have a plan.
He takes 12 points of damage, at which point Hidan is then going to use his heroic surge ability to run back into the circle.
There goes my
But that's all
plan.
you can do for the moment.
Oh shit.
Actually, my plan could still work.
So now it is Ken's turn.
So how big are these circles
Relax.
actually? Are they actually that big?
They're not quite that big. They're closer to regular human size, yeah.
Okay, because if they were that big, I was like, well, I could just burn the outside, burn a section of it with a Materas, and then what's he gonna do? It's not like he can walk over there and stomp on the flames to put him out,
GG.
or set himself on fire.
What the fuck are you gonna do, buddy? So Ken is going to charge up to Hidan in that. He's going to make an attack action at him. At which point, Shikamaru is going to immediately yell out, "No, Ken, don't go, don't do it. Anything that you do to him will hurt me right now."
But he does.
At this point, Ken immediately stops his attack. But he's just kind of left there in the open for the moment. Silas, you're up.
Tackle him out.
Kind of pissed.
Yeah.
I waste the whole attack action charging up that blade. I mean, it's not charged.
He's still marked at the moment.
Yeah, but I can't get to him from here.
Not this turn. It's marked for 3 turns, though.
Okay.
I want metagame right now, but I can't.
I'd like to kind of like do a charge and like do like a run and do like a tackle towards this dude.
Okay.
I'm pretty big. I think I could probably tackle him.
All right.
Trying to push him out of the circle.
Make a hit check.
It's just like a okay. Yeah.
Yeah, 1d20 plus your you're trying to tackle him out. That's just your melee hit. However, you dash at him, and he just kind of whips around, causing you to run past.
GG.
I look so disappointed.
And now that we have ended the 7th turn, something else is going to happen. 7th turn? 8th turn? Or something like that. I might have lost count. But we're far enough through that this is going to happen
I
now.
don't think it matters anymore.
So, immediately, Silas, Lane, Ken, Hidan, I'll see something. Lane, Silas, you specifically see, all of a sudden, there's sand on the ground. Right next to, between Hidan and Ken.
Oh, come on.
And it immediately
What?
begins growing, taking form. What? What's the matter, Kozuka?
Oh, come on.
What?
Why?
Why, what?
God damn it.
Why, what? I want you to be specific here.
Nah.
No, I want to know what you think is about to happen here.
Yeah, kill it.
Fucking the God Killers here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Even I can call that one.
Forcing Ken out of his square.
God damn it.
With the God Killer showing up. At which point, just kind of the black marks that are on Hidan immediately begin to they kind of seem, every symbol on him begins to kind of panic. It seems just like freak, like sending a massive sense of twitching up his body. At which point, God Killer takes both of his hands and grabs Hidan by the arms. At which point, he just begins to laugh. And he goes, "One more god down."
No, Shikamaru.
Are you serious?
And he starts absorbing him. but Shikamaru is fine.
Oh, good, cool.
As you see that he is absorbing all the like kind of black gunk off of him first, and you can just kind of hear like a ghostly wail, just something like that. As that disappears, and then Hidan's body itself begins shriveling up.
Rip.
Oh my god.
And then the God Killer turns, and he looks at you all, and he goes, "I'm back."
Hentai. Kono hentai.
So can I take a free action
To do what?
to stab myself?
Not gonna run away?
No, I'm not gonna run away. I'm gonna try to stab myself.
To like see if you're
Still immortal? Yeah.
okay. I'm gonna say it's pretty clear. You kind of felt like the sensation that you had when you got immortality, that's gone.
I'm still gonna stab myself.
Okay.
I'm gonna
I'll
stop
allow
him.
it.
I'm gonna stop him.
Okay, you're gonna stop him. Okay, Shiro's gonna try and stop you.
You have to roll a reflex save against my fucking attack, yo.
Alright, make a hit check. Shiro, make a reflex save.
Why? Why?
Why? I want you to know this entire situation was completely avoidable,
Hey.
but no one took the appropriate steps to do so. Because the guy still gotta roll his hit check. Shiro succeeds at stopping your sword.
Why?
No, you
Or
don't.
Kuna or whatever you get.
No.
Can I like
Alright.
can I do something here?
So, at this point, I'm gonna blow up that fucking bomb.
Wait,
That's
what?
your
Wait, what?
He had a bomb attached to Hajime.
It's not your
Oh.
turn.
Blow it up.
Yeah, at this point, I'm gonna say it's not your turn. We're just gonna go through the regular combat action and get to you here in a second. You still go before Shiro, so.
Okay.
Futen immediately freaking out. He's dashing past Usada so you can get an attack of opportunity if you'd like.
Yes, it's gonna cut him in half.
Alright, make your attack.
My sword is drawn, so it's happening. It's happening.
GG.
Come
Just
on.
gotta
Power,
get a crit.
Oh, wait,
Power
for
the
that
die.
perfect 20.
Get a crit.
power the
It's
die.
you. It's you, GG. So close.
No crit!
So close.
But it is. Actually, it's still a miss. So you swing at him, and the red glow on your weapon fades away, and Futen's going to do. He's gonna do his fucking big technique.
And then a warrior shows up with Orochimaru. And then things get real.
He's doing the underhanded tactics technique. I want you to know this entire thing with the God Killer showing up here could have been avoided based on your actions in previous missions.
You can tell us all about that later.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Oh, whoops.
You ain't gonna let me have it, are you? You're just not gonna let me have it.
Like I said, this could have been avoided with previous missions that you had done, but no one took the initiative to try and do some things. I thought I hinted at it pretty fucking fantastically. So the first 3 hits, so that is. This takes 49 points of damage. And immediately, so you see that as Futen goes up and he starts hitting the God Killer, and on his second little pressure point jab, the God Killer immediately stops making any movement at all. I keep spelling roll with one fucking L.
GG.
Trap him now.
So God Killer's taken fucking 49 plus 29 points of damage. And that is Futen's attack. Regekko is going to teleport forward, Lane, grab you, and throw you backwards 15 feet.
Dealing 5 damage, you're dead.
There's a jagged rock.
You want to try and resist the throw?
Yes.
She wants to do a temple check.
You don't want to be thrown back 15 feet? You're not going to take damage from it.
Unless it's a jagged rock.
No, I was gonna set all three of them on fire with the Mataras.
Okay. So he goes to grab you and throw you out of the way. You just resist the attack. He goes, "What the? Oh, we need to get out of here now."
I have set, but I can set them all on fire.
He goes, "You've already seen that Futen can get out of it. If Godkiller gets his hand on Futen, then that means he can as well."
Then fine, throw me. Don't tell the elf.
Okay, yeah, you can still resist if you want to still go through it. You can stop him from trying to get Futen. You can try at least.
Set him on fire. He can't stop it.
Again, your final decision.
Yeah, he throws me.
Okay. That is Regekko. Now it's Hajime, who's just. Kozukai, you're up.
One hand weaving.
Well, I'm gonna blow that bomb up.
All right.
Kaboom.
Dealing 66 points of damage, right?
Yeah, 66.
Oh fuck.
What's up?
29 plus 4 was a 33 a hit. I have strength rank 1.
On Futen?
Yes.
I thought. What did you even roll last time?
I rolled a 29. I had strength rank 5 on, so it's like plus 4.
That would have been
That would have been a hit. Yeah.
Can I roll?
No, it wouldn't have been a hit. He has a higher defense to attacks of opportunity.
Good for him.
So,
Good for him.
Shiro, roll a reflex save. Oh, wait, no, it's 5 feet.
Yeah.
You're gonna
All right,
blow stuff
Kozukai,
up.
roll a reflex save.
You effing nerd.
What was it?
I deny it.
Deny it. All right. Takes 17 points of damage, as does
My
Hajime.
effing nerd.
Shiro, you're up.
No,
Unless you're
hold
done,
on.
Kozukai.
I still
Okay.
I still got a move action and an attack action. I'm gonna just move.
You can effing nerd.
I'm gonna teleport. I'm trying to ping it. 5 squares behind Lane.
Like right there.
Yeah.
Do it.
I'm
Alright.
gonna throw kunai with fucking paper bomb on it. At
Vapor Bomb can't be charged this turn with everything that you're doing. To detonate it was your swift action.
Alright.
You know, wait, man.
I'm gonna ready an action. My attack action. To throw fucking a kunai at the god killer with the paper bomb.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a suicide. For you to kill the guy.
All right, Shiro, you're up. Sorry, trying to hurry this up here for you, Silas.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna use Shunpo to instantly pretty much move next to him.
Yep.
Alright. I'm gonna empower my sword with the Hakuto and attack him with the Soul Sling.
Alrighty.
So this is gonna
There's nothing you can substitute with now.
That's a hit.
this may kill you.
I hope it does.
You hope
I'm
it does.
I'm done. Killing myself.
Alright, so this is gonna hurt.
Ones across the board.
24 points of damage.
3 effing ones.
Kozukai, you are now unconscious unless you choose to stay awake.
Choose to stay awake.
All right.
He's still gonna
So
second God killer
next up,
moves.
let's just run through this. Shikamaru is just going to yell, "Everybody, get away from get away from the God Killer!" So everyone around him, 50 feet, gets a +4 defense for a round. So fucking every ally. That's Hidan, so Hidan's fucking done there as well. Ken is going to take a step back, or he's going to jump backwards a little bit. God Killer's denying his attack on him, focused on Futen at the moment. And Silas, you're up.
Move right here, and I'm gonna do 10-finger. 10-finger bullets. Charge them all the way up, and I'm gonna shoot at Futen.
All right.
Trying to remember what that is real quick.
1d20 plus your ninjutsu rank.
I thought it was 1d20 plus my range.
Oh, does it say ranged attack? Okay, then yeah, plus ranged. Yeah, that's right.
Do I need to do that?
Miss.
Do I need to do that 10 times?
Yep. Miss. Hit. It's 1. Don't have to worry about confirming critical. Still miss. 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 Hit. Don't have to worry about rolling to confirm that either.
I don't remember.
That's the last one, right?
I don't know.
I think that was the last one. So that's 2 hits, so roll damage twice. Or 2 of the hits.
Man, are you serious? Sure. Sure you want to do this, man.
It would be so dude, if it works. It was gonna be so
Could always teleport away if you wanted, Kozuke.
You sure you want to do this?
It would be so weird if it works.
Alright.
What's ballistic
doing?
damage?
It's just a type of damage. If they have a ballistic defense, then they take less damage, but he doesn't.
Okay.
I hate you. Not you. I hate people outside. Alright, he takes 7 points of damage.
That's it.
That's it.
He doesn't
That's if I used that on a high
Oh,
defense. Alright, so that is Silas's turn. Lane.
Okay, I'm gonna try to use the Materas.
You're static and Kozuke.
First we flame them both.
Sorry, 1 second, Lane. Say that again.
I'm gonna use the Materas to try to burst with flame them both.
Alrighty. So let's have to roll the reflex saves. Both of them are entitled to it. What's the rank on that technique? Or does it have a explicitly stated DC?
For what, like a reflex?
It does not have a.
No, what's the rank on it?
Well, it says the DC to put the flames out is 25, but and its rank is 10.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we'll do the 25's DC. So Futen lights on fire.
God Killer does not.
God Killer does not.
What if Futen jumps on him now?
I mean, Futen attacks him and transfers the fire, then yeah, but I mean, yeah. So 28 points of damage. So Futen is burning up.
I can't wait till next turn.
But at this point, the God Killer is just going to grab both of Futon's wrists, despite the fire.
Well, he's on fire now too,
And he starts to absorb Futen.
and he's on fire now too.
All right, so
Mhm.
my pre thing goes into fucking action, and I Throw that paper bomb at him.
Okay.
And it's gonna explode when it gets near him, because I know I ain't gonna be able to hit him. So I'm
It's
gonna
not
go
charged.
What do you mean it's not charged?
Like I said, you can't use the chakra, the
Alright,
fucking
then.
bomb, because it has to be charged.
Motherfucker. Fine. Now I'm just gonna have to roll. Goddamn. Swear to God, if I hit him.
What makes you feel any better if you do hit him? He's now on fire, and the fire will make it explode.
But he continues to absorb Futen despite the flames, draining Futen entirely.
20 plus 8. Did I hit him? Not
Just
even
kind of
close.
rushing things up a little bit here.
No, that did not hit.
At which point, you see he launches a shedded version of himself with the Amaterasu flames off.
GG.
Stronger and stronger. Okay.
That's the whole point.
Well, what do we
Remember,
have
there was a.
what do-
You might be able to figure out what it was that you could have put back this whole plan and not given him these abilities for. But no one's paying that much attention right there. All right, next turn.
GG.
Fuck with that.
I mean, you can explain it afterwards. We'll find out.
Kozakai will just skip to you.
Alright, so
Like,
I'm gonna take about. I'm gonna grab as many handfuls of paper bombs as I can out of my fucking thing. So it's about like 15 in each hand.
They
I'm
won't
gonna put
charge.
as much. What do you mean it won't charge?
They won't all.
You won't be able to
stack.
charge them all at the same time. Like I said, I let you do it that one time because of the overkill effect.
GG.
Now this is overkill effect. You want me to whisper what me and Mike want to do? Like, I'll have Mike whisper because he can type faster than I can.
Just go through. What are you planning to do?
Okay, me and Mike are gonna teleport over there and blow up as many paper. I was gonna throw paper bombs just everywhere. They weren't gonna be in one spot. Just throw paper
Okay,
bombs
no.
everywhere and blow the fucking shit up.
Like,
No.
around this guy.
Alright. Then I just charged 2 paper bombs. Full charge in each hand.
It was your turn.
Yeah, that's the end of
No,
my
both your swift actions, or swift action and move action, actually.
turn. Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Alrighty, Shiro.
All right. So I'm gonna grab Kozakai. We're gonna get right in front of the God Killer. Using shooting bow.
So grab him to carry him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't resist.
And that's the. I guess I could drop him. And I guess that would be my turn. Unless you're gonna allow me
Okay.
to be.
Part of we gotta get the fuck out of here. Don't.
Okay, so that's what you're doing. That's it.
Yeah.
All right. Just fucking skip around here. Shikamaru is going to yell, "Hey, everybody, get back!" And that's going to be it for him. So y'all have increased defense again just because of his fucking his fucking command. Ken, he's fucking doing his own thing. Silas.
I'm gonna step like right here, and then I'm just gonna. I'm gonna step back, and I'm gonna use evaporation on the God Killer just to see if I could do anything.
Sure. Just roll for damage. All right, he's taking damage.
I guess it doesn't matter.
Just skipping ahead to the next one, Lane.
Well, I'm running away.
All right. So I've tried to just speed this up because things just taking forever and ever, and I'm just trying to speed this up for the sake of Silas.
Okay, we can stop right here. That way Hajime can kind of see what's gonna happen.
Nobody
There's
cares.
nothing else that's gonna happen. After this, there's nothing else that's intended to happen in this session.
All right.
All right.
We're
So
not
now,
gonna
skip
kill-
ahead, skip ahead, skip ahead. Kozakai.
We're not gonna kill the God Killer.
Kabang.
All right. Oh, here, actually, Gecko's going to run away as well beforehand. All right, kabang, you blow up. Roll for damage.
Do I roll 12d6?
12d6, yeah.
Alright.
And you roll,
Shiro, you also have to roll a reflex save.
roll 22 damage.
That is not how you're supposed to roll.
What?
Nah.
Shiro, you pass your evasion check.
All right.
Yep, I don't pass mine because I just fucking negate it.
Yep. And Godkiller passed his evasion check. So Kozukai's just blown himself up in one final attack against the Godkiller.
I'm done. I'm done with it. I'm fucking
It was gonna be
At which
so
point the
much,
Godkiller, he's going to turn at you, Shiro, and he looks at you and he says, I don't sense Kami from your presence anymore.
You left a while ago. I've been waiting for you.
Well, you have nothing more that nothing more that interests me. I'm leaving now. And at which point, teleports away because you just fucking absorb someone with the teleport ability.
I walk over to Kozukai's burnt remains.
There is nothing there. It's just nothing.
There's no burnt remains. It's just jello.
Fucking bomb, blown up, everything.
The only thing that's left is the metal from his headband.
Dude, not even that. I took that off.
GG. I'm gonna pick up his finger.
God damn, I'm so fucking salty right now. All right, so that's pretty much the session. Y'all, gather your belongings and go home, right?
Yep.
No, there's anything else special to do.
Well, I'm not going.
All right, I just want to explain the things that could have been. What's up, Shiro?
Oh, I said I'm not going home.
You're not going home? You're leaving?
Yeah.
So, okay, let's have a quick dialogue with this. So, when are you leaving? When everyone's like walking out?
So, how long did it even take to get here?
Like a few hours.
No, okay. Daytime, nighttime?
Daytime.
Daytime. Okay.
Morning.
Yeah, well, I guess it'll have to be now then. It can't be it. I was gonna try and sneak away at night, but if it's now, no dog. I'm just gonna start just walking out after I look at Kozukai's body. And if anybody tries to stop me, of course,
So you're just leaving before everyone else?
Yeah.
Just not looking at anybody?
Yeah.
At which point, Regekko's going to teleport in front of you. He just kind of looks at you and he says, what are you doing?
someplace I need to be.
And where is that?
The train.
Yeah, you haven't requested permission from the Hokage.
I'll send a letter.
That's not how this works.
I keep walking. Also for the sake of time.
And he's just going to kind of look at you. He goes, I promise you, if you walk out, you become a rogue shinobi. And there's someone who won't forgive that fact.
Noted. And then I keep walking.
All right, and he lets you walk out.
What the fuck is going on?
Everybody needs to be an edgelord.
Fucking furious, he's sus. All right, so that's pretty much the end of the session. Everyone else is going on their way. There's something else that's going to happen with Shiro, but first I want to cover the things for you, Kozukai. I want you to know, had you teleported away, you would have ran into Orochimaru. I want you to know that, remember, I want you all to remember, what was the last thing you saw before the session with the God Killer?
I don't know.
He had his arms cut off.
He did. I remember that.
Now, how did he get his arms back? Well, you had a mission about a guy who made one successful serum to regrow limbs, and no one inquired further because, not like you knew anyone who lost a limb or anything.
I just didn't care.
Had you inquired further, you would have been able to stop the serum before it got to the God Killer. God Killer would have never shown up for this mission.
We're like a team of Naruto, Kiba, Choji. We're not going to ask these questions. We're just going to let it happen.
I'm just here to do my job. I'm not here to do investigation on shit I haven't been told to investigate on.
I'm just here to not take any damage at all and have the most health in the whole pack. It doesn't make any difference to me. I'm just gonna leave. Fuck you guys. I'm out of here.
We don't have a
Had you succeeded on an attack on Futon before the God Killer had arrived, he would have, by the way, he would have fucking grabbed your shield and broken it.
Me?
Yeah.
But my shield's on my back.
He has an he doesn't care. To intimidate, he was going to do it. He has an ability called Exalted Strike, which ignores hardness of an object entirely.
And then I would have been like, oh.
GG.
Just the possibilities. Yes, how you feel now? Had you just ran away like I was trying to encourage you to do, you would have encountered Orochimaru.
What would Orochimaru done?
I don't know. What would he have done? Doesn't matter anymore.
Take you under his wing. That's
Like,
it.
I don't
No, that's
even
my
care.
job.
Taking people under wings.
No.
GG.
I was just pissed off that I can't have immortality, so I had to kill myself. 'Cause, like my goal's not done. Like I can't.
Are
be
you
immortal
gonna
if I'm
make
done.
Are you gonna make another character, or are you just done?
Oh, I'm gonna make another character. I'm just done. I'm done right now. I was so done.
Alright, so I was gonna try and stop you at first, but I wanted to see if we could kill the guy killer with all those bombs. But then after you said that we can we can blow it up, that was it.
I want you to know, even then, had you ignited every single bomb, a reflex save would have just completely negated it. I just didn't want to fucking worry about paper bombs everywhere and accidentally kill Lane over a game-breaking or a rule-breaking thing.
No, I wouldn't have thrown him that far. It would have been like an attempt.
You said throwing him everywhere.
Alright,
Lane was
well.
literally 10 feet away from the God Killer, I assumed.
There you go, dude.
Well,
Yeah, I gotta go.
All right.
Alright, later, Silas.
Later.
Well, we can still do one final thing here. What happens with Shiro when he walks out?
Well, I'm pretty much gonna go to the land of land hidden.
No, you're not making it that far yet.
Alright, that's
This
cool.
happens before you get there.
That's my destination. Anyway, it's my
So let's just
plan.
fucking... Let's just move you two up here for a moment, just kind of out of the way of everything. Just fucking move everything out of the way here.
And Orochimaru appears.
Let's fucking just get rid of all of you. Get rid of you.
'Cause I didn't become a Ronin or some nerd. I'm just going to.
You just left. You just walked out on your village.
Yeah, I'm just going to train with my master now and just
Yeah, you're a rogue ninja.
like be a
I was
rogue.
gonna go
ninja.
back to the village. Every
Yeah, there's
Oh,
a
yeah,
reason
my
why
favorite
I didn't
thing.
attack you past that first attempt to tie you up is because you were clearly, obviously wanting to surrender, and everybody would just not take it.
yeah, I was waiting for some people just to like try to take me down. If you guys would have held me down, I wouldn't have done anything.
Well, yeah, but you were tied up at one point and had your dragon free you.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna like not put up a fight. What am I, a little bitch?
I was gonna surrender. Oh, okay. Well, here's the perfect chance to surrender. No, fuck you.
If Travis would have held me down, I've been like, all right, well, this is it.
No, you would have teleported away.
I couldn't. If he was holding me, wouldn't be able to
He was
use my
holding you by
hands.
both your arms. You're gonna put him as much of a fight as possible before that. That's not surrender.
I think for
All
like
right, so Shiro.
Alright.
All right, fucking, we're gonna cut to your scene. You start walking out of the village and you encounter someone. You encounter?
Ooh,
Yeah, sorry. Let me use the
wrong person or like
token.
okay,
Yeah, our pre-created token.
rip. No, it's the same person. Alright.
You encounter Owari as he's just kind of chilling out, looking at you, leaning on a tree,
Been a while, or
and looks at you. He says, "You know, I fully intended to kill Kozuki today had you all let him get away. Instead, you're the one who's abandoning the village."
I've got nothing left there.
He goes, "So why don't you tell the Hokage that? Request a formal leave of the ninja academy process, whatever. You know what I'm saying?"
I don't want to hear that from a traitor.
He looks at you and he
You're the traitor
goes,
now.
he looks at you and he goes, "Well, if that isn't, what's that saying? If that isn't the kettle calling the pot black, the pot calling the kettle black."
Yeah.
I guess you're right.
So he says, "I'm fully aware how I am viewed inside the eyes of everyone in the village. But everything I've done, everything I continue to do is for the village."
Do enlighten me. I tried to kill your pupils.
Kill my pupils? You mean Kozuke? The one who tried to kill you? Whatever do you mean?
Yeah, he tried to kill all of us.
When did I try to kill any of you?
The Collab Village.
And the Cloud Village?
Yeah.
When? Is metagaming when?
No, like I guess when we got captured that one time.
That wasn't the
You mean the
cloud.
Waterfall Village?
Yeah, there we go. That cloud.
Yeah, he said the Waterfall Village, and he goes, so tell me this. You were all locked in jail cells, powerless, unable to do anything. If I wanted to kill you, why are you still alive?
Well, that's a good question. Guess he spared us.
Of course. You were all still children of the leaf. Kozukai threw that away. He became a mass murderer, as I've discovered. During the 3 years where I was imprisoned, he killed any number of people, all for his worthless god. He betrayed his friends. He even got his daughter or his sister mixed up in all of this.
See you in a month.
Wakame's gone. Kozukai's gone. I've got nothing left there.
Not the village itself, your friends, the oaths that you've taken. After all, a samurai should understand oath.
That is true. But I'll have to do things my own way now. I'm still gonna take that.
So at this point, Owari pulls out 2 swords that you see. One in each hand. Do you have, what knowledge do you have?
I've got tactics, ninja lore, streetwise.
Yeah, I'll say this falls under ninja lore. Let's roll a ninja lore check. You identify both of these blades as the Kiba blades of the legendary swords.
And shoot a lightning bow.
He looks at you and says, if you are truly set on leaving the village for no other reason than there's nothing left for me there, then I'm going to kill you where you stand.
I've got my own goals in mind. I'm not going to let Orochimaru waltz around here. I'm going to get stronger. And I'll kill him.
So revenge, kill Orochimaru. Nothing for the Fire Village.
This will protect them as well.
How?
Well, they've already protected-
Orochimaru hasn't done anything involving the leaf in quite a while, with the exception of Higeki.
That doesn't mean he isn't planning right now.
He goes, who better would know than I what Orochimaru is in this planning?
How do I even know I can trust you?
I don't care if you trust me. Everything I do for the Leaf Village.
You know, remain silent here. Just wait for what he does.
Says, I'm going to give you one last chance to go back to the village. To where you belong.
GG. Well, this is harder than Kozukai. I feel like Kozukai had it easy.
Like, that's when you remember that Kozukai never lost faith in Hawaii. Back to the village.
That moment when I was gonna kill Kozukai at one time. Can we like cut it here? Like I make my decision.
No. No.
This would be a great cliffhanger though. This would be just like the show. Like they ended a moment like a pivotal importance. No?
Roll a diplomacy check.
I can't rely on my own wits to get out of this. +2. Great. I don't know how you do that.
I got fucking.
Is that good enough for a cliffhanger?
No. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You gotta get like, higher than
It's
15.
not a good roll at all.
But
It's not a good roll at all.
But is it good enough for a cliffhanger?
For the content, I want to say yes.
Yeah, boy.
All right. Cliffhanger.
There.
Find out what Shiro's decision is next time on Naruto D&D.
I can't believe that worked.
Hashtag bullshit.